Hey, I'm DC Paul, and welcome back to Porch Poppin'. Today we're joined by Verite News journalist Rich Webster for an update to a story we previously covered. Thanks for joining us, Rich.
Thanks for having me.
So can you tell us a bit about Jimmie Duncan's case?
Sure. In 1993, Jimmie Duncan was babysitting his former girlfriend's 23-month-old daughter when she drowned in the bathtub. He claimed that it was a tragic accident. He had left her alone for a few minutes while he went to wash dishes. At first, law enforcement seemed to agree with his story. They charged him with negligent homicide, but then two doctors from Mississippi, Dr. Stephen Hain and Dr. Michael West, got involved. They performed an autopsy on her body and claimed to have found evidence that she was sexually assaulted and intentionally drowned. So the authorities increased the charge to first-degree murder, and then 5 years later, in 1998, Jimmie Duncan was found guilty and sentenced to death.
So how did the court come to that decision?
Sure. So last week, the court overturned his murder conviction and his death sentence. They said he proved that he had ineffective assistance of counsel and also that newly uncovered evidence pointed to his innocence. Some of that evidence was, at his original trial, there was a jailhouse informant who claimed that he confessed the crime to him. He later recanted that testimony. There were medical records showing that the girl had previous head injuries that likely caused her accidental drowning. But the main piece of evidence was a video of one of those doctors, Michael West, looking or appearing to make bite marks on the girl's body that connected the crime to Jimmie Duncan. And the involvement of these doctors has always been seen as incredibly problematic. Over 27 years, 9 people have been freed from prison based on inaccurate evidence that they both presented at trial. 3 of those men were on death row.
Wow, so what does this mean for Jimmie Duncan's case going forward?
Sure, so a couple things can happen. The district attorney can appeal the case. The district attorney can also retry Jimmie Duncan on the original murder charge. They can choose to go for a lesser charge, or they can just agree with the court's decision and allow him to go free. One of the things that's unclear at this moment, and I talked to his attorneys briefly, is during that process, say the district attorney appeals, whether Jimmie Duncan remains in prison or on death row. So there's a lot of unanswered questions, but for his team, this is sort of a huge victory.
Well, thank you, Rich, for that update. If you're interested in more details, please visit veritenews.org.